if you are a consumer product, I have no idea why you're still doing photo shoots. And honestly, you shouldn't either. Like, you have no excuse anymore. Gone are the days when you needed multiple people, multiple sets in order to take images like this. You see, an image like this would take multiple hours, if not days, because you would first have to take a picture of the running girl and then add this motion thing, and then also then add your product in the front, and then do this whole typography, this whole logo branding thing, and that would take you multiple hours at least. Okay, and this model here that you see, this is our model. This is a custom model. And so I'm going to show you exactly how we went ahead and created this campaign. You see, a generic campaign would look like this. Now, this is an AI slop campaign that, unfortunately, I have to say, admit that I created because I wanted to show you the difference between the slop and perhaps non-slop. Now, creative directors and photographers can tell me whatever they want to, but as a human looking at these images, I can tell that they're pretty good. But anyways, this is slop because this is like, if you look at the characters, you can tell that this is very generic people and generic, just generic whatever, and that you don't want your brand to be represented like this. And so what you want to do is, because you hire real people, you want to create unique models. And how did I do that? I simply just fill out this form. I have this simple but very effective workflow. I went to Pinterest and gave it the inspiration for clothing for that model, filled out these forms. You can look at it, you can even just have the workflow, no problem. And this is what it created. Now, this is a very realistic character. It has the clothing that we want it to wear. And then after that, I took this character and I plugged it in here along with your product. So this is the character. This is our product. And then I have made a custom skill so that I can skip the entire brain part of the workflow and just let Claude handle that. And I'm not going to say that it's very easy or it's very fast. It took Claude about 10 minutes to create it because it had to create multiple sub-agents in order to get this done. And so this is what it looked like. Narrative campaign is the skill that I've created. It goes through multiple stages. It analyzes the mood board. It goes through the brand. It understands the brand. And then it creates a narrative based on what you've told it, your conversation with it, plus your art direction. This is what I gave it. I gave it the model, obviously, so that it can understand what it's working with. And then I gave it the art direction. What am I looking to create? Okay. And then it basically went through, called multiple tools, multiple agents, and then it understood the brand and worked with internal folders that are on my computer so that it could create the prompts that we need that are highly, highly, highly detailed when it comes to photography, when it comes to lighting, camera angles, camera equipment, even focal length, color, hex codes, everything. And then we plugged those prompts in here and ran it on ChatGPT 2.0 and gave it obviously the product reference and the model reference. And this is what we got. Pretty nice, okay? And so you can use these things. You can run it again and again. You can even make tweaks by adding a little editing node here. You can even use these images right away on your socials. And you can also just, this is ready for your website, pretty much. This one I love personally. It's very nice. And so is this one. And so is this one. Simple and unique. Obviously, the lid can be worked on a little bit. The lid needs to be kind of off. But for the first run, I'd call that a win. So if you want this whole workflow and the whole setup for the skill, comment skill, and I will send it to you. Bye for now. See you in the next one.